Hello, it's 10 o'clock, and welcome to your local weather update. And starting off with the radar, as usual, nothing, no action here on Long Island. All the storms have been in the Hudson Valley area into Connecticut. That's where all the storms have been all day. We haven't gotten much of anything, or extreme southern New Jersey. Other than that, not a whole lot of action going on. It's been kind of really disappointing, to say the least. And you can see there's some flash flood warnings out, severe thunderstorm warnings, and there are some stronger cells over Jersey. We'll have to see if these can hold together or not. We'll have to see. But there were some good hail signatures on some of these storms, and I'm curious to think if we had any storm reports from those storms here. Well, I don't see anything posted. It actually says nothing posted here, but I have a feeling there may have been hail reports with that, with those storms. If we rewind the radar here and look at Mt.Kisco for a moment, you'll see what I mean by hail. So if we go back to around, I guess, 5 o'clock, we had a pretty intense cell around Mt.Kisco that really had had a bit of a hail signature on it. This cell right here. You can see all the action's been up in the Hudson Valley. We haven't gotten anything here on Long Island at all. So, and it was a pretty sweltering day today, too, a little hotter than I expected. So let's look at the satellite image here, and you'll see, and again, you'll see those storms popping up here on the satellite loop. And again, all the action's pretty much off to the north here, and then some off to the southwest, but nothing really going on for us at all. And we did get some sun, and at least the air quality was better today, so I'll start off showing what the sky looked like today, this afternoon. And you'll see here that we had some blue sky around. You see the blue sky right there. It wasn't hazy at all. We had some blue sky. And then you can see, we'll go to that cumulonimbus cloud right there. There it is. This is the storm that I was talking about over Peekskill. Pretty intense thunderstorm over there. I have a feeling it had some hail to it, too. We're going to look at it as it was more over Connecticut. But, yeah, pretty intense storm for sure. And then we had and then I was getting hope toward the evening as the sun was setting that we would have some thunderstorms moving in, and we could get some heat lightning. You can see some of the crepuscular rays that I captured here. But as we get here, you'll see a beautiful cumulonimbus cloud right here on the horizon. And this gave me hope when I saw that. So I'm like, oh, maybe we're going to actually get some storms, or at least get some lightning to the north to look at tonight. But, come on. Another look at that beautiful cumulonimbus cloud there. And one more look at that. And you can see this is just a shower. Wasn't producing any lightning at all. I didn't see one strike of lightning. But I was getting hope, and I'm like, all right, I'll go to the top of the parking garage, and we'll look and see if anything, we see any lightning. And there was some dim lightning off the distance, but nothing really much to see. But what I did wind up seeing is the East Hills fireworks show. Yeah, there you go. So we did see that at least, but other than that, kind of, like I said, kind of a disappointment. No action today with the storms at all. And you can see there's still some smoke up in Canada, but you're not seeing too much smoke on the satellite, which is a good news. We can look at the MODIS satellite here, and the fires are still going up there. It's just that the smoke is not being directed toward us, and instead the smoke is now, it looks like, over Greenland, and it looks like it's now heading for the United Kingdom. Looks like by then it'll be at the upper levels. So let's go to the Storm Prediction Center, and this is tomorrow, and you see they've got us on a marginal risk for severe weather for tomorrow. Let's talk about today here, and we'll, again, just cover the local area. You can see air quality advisory was in effect, not so much for particles, but for ozone, because of the high air temperatures today. And it's a pretty warm, muggy night out there. 77 at, the sea breeze was weak today. There was a breeze, but it just was a warm breeze because of that westerly component. Still 77 at Islip. So the alley isn't really much warmer. I got 80 degrees in the alley right now, and yeah, that's maybe 81. But other than that, not really a big difference there. But you can see generally 70s across Long Island, and still in the 80s in New Jersey. Still in the 80s. If you're at Lakehurst right now, they have 82 with a dew point of 17. So very hot, humid weather. Let's look at the high temperatures today. And you'll see high temperatures got close to 90. Farmingdale hit 90. Islip hit 88. Definitely overperformed today. 90 at LaGuardia. Jersey had low 90s as well. See low 90s there in New Jersey as well. And let's see what Central Park hit today. 87 there. But everybody got close to 90, a lot warmer than I expected. And you can see not much of a sea breeze at all to speak of. Not much of a sea breeze at all. So let's go look at our highs for our climatology for the day. Our ice slip, and then maybe we could look at some storm reports too as well, see if there are any. 87 was the high at Islip, 5 degrees above normal, low was 73, 7 degrees above normal. That puts us 6 degrees above normal for the day. If we look at Central Park, 4 degrees above normal for the day. So we finally did get an above normal day after a long stretch of below normal weather. 91 at LaGuardia, 5 degrees above normal there. And Newark got up to 93, Jersey, of course, being the hottest. And they were 7 degrees above normal there. So, some really just hot, humid weather that we've been having. And let's go to let's see if we can find some storm reports. Apparently, the Weather Service hasn't tweeted anything here. Nothing from the Weather Service on Facebook. The severe thunderstorm watches for Jersey and part of the Hudson Valley. We didn't really get anything. Like I said, we didn't get much of anything out of that. And I'm just curious if there was reports of hail from that thunderstorm. So I got to go looking into the... They make this so hard. Can't they just have a map? All right, let's go see if there are any local storm reports here. All right, there was wind damage in Orange County from these storms. Let's see what we got here. Putnam County, tree down. So it looks like there was some wind damage. But when I saw that pink on the radar, I thought there might have been some hail there. Trying to see if we can find any reports of hail in these storms here. Down power lines. So, these storms actually caused a lot of damage. Connecticut's multiple reports of trees down. So it looks like they had some. And a Metro North train strikes tree near Mt.Kisco. So this also affected Metro North as well. Mt.Kisco was suspended as well. Ping pong size hail up in Peekskill. So, a lot of action up to the north. Poles and wires down in Westchester County. A lot of action up there in the Hudson Valley. Quarter-size hail. Trees down across multiple roads. These storms caused a lot of damage. A lot of damage. We're going to have to look at the power outage map because I'm sure there'll be quite a few here. You can see lots and lots of damage here from these storms. And the Hudson Valley really got hammered today. So that's where all the action was. And you could see, like I said, this is what I saw. When I saw this up to the north, I knew somebody was getting pounded because that looks like a pretty nasty thunderstorm right there. So let's go to the power outage map and see what we've got here because it looks like a lot of damage. And we can go on and on and on. Let's see, New York, only 1,800 people without power. That's not too bad. Most of them seem to be in Westchester County and Orange County. Connecticut is in yellow, though, so Connecticut looks like, look at Fairfield County. A lot of people out of power. Eversource has got, it's the United Illuminating Company seems to have a very big outage right now. Let's go to United Illuminating Company. Illuminating. And we'll see what they have here. We'll see, view their outage map. And we'll see what's going on here. It seems like it's this particular part of Connecticut that's been hit very hard. So it seems like it's Fairfield. I always thought they had Eversource over here, but I guess not. They have a lot of outages over here. Some really big ones, too. This map is very, very... so a lot of... you can see they're in the red there. So those are some areas that were hit very hard. I always thought they had Eversource over there. I didn't realize they had that. But this is affecting Metro North. So if we go to MTA info and go to status on rail here, we'll see. Well, it looks like everything is running again. So I guess Metro North is back they were affected earlier, for sure. So, a lot of severe weather today, but it was all north of the area. We didn't really get into any of it. Let me just go look at Wonder Map and see how much rain fell in these storms, and take a look at the precipitation as well. And you can see where these storms hit. They got over an inch of rain in some areas here. Oh yeah, over an inch. Look at Connecticut. Connecticut really hammered. New Britain. So just across the Sound, look at that. Bridgeport, 1.46. But Stratford, I mean, yeah, look at that. Right across the Sound, they got hammered. Bridgeport especially. Bridgeport and Milford seems to have gotten hit pretty hard. 1.34 there in Trumbull, or near Trumbull. So a lot of rain. Look at this, a 3-inch report here. 2.42 inches. I don't know if these can be trusted, but man, some of these areas in Westchester, Katona, 3.39. They really got hammered in the Hudson Valley. So while we were just going about our day here with no storms, man, just a little bit to our north, man, they just got hammered. And, most of these storms were during the day. So I couldn't see the lightning, but I'm sure I'll share some videos, so stay tuned in community posts. We'll find some videos. I'm sure the New York City stations have to be covering these storms. So, yeah, they got hit really, really hard up there in Connecticut. And so if you're in Connecticut or Westchester or Putnam or Orange County, that seems to be the really Fairfield County in Connecticut seems to have gotten hit very hard, as well as part of New Haven County. So let's go look at the models here, and we're just going to look at the local models here because this is a local weather update. So we'll just start with the HRRR first. And we have more chances for storms tomorrow, too. Originally, it looked like whatever we get tonight here on Long Island, I don't think it's going to be substantial. But tomorrow, we have more chances for storm. More scattered in nature, but you see there could be some strong thunderstorms that could pop up. It could be strong or, shower right in the evening, right before your fireworks show. Once the sun goes down, that will stop. It's because we have instability in the atmosphere. If we look at our sounding, you see the instability right there. So we do have the instability in the atmosphere tomorrow. And the humidity, of course. So, that's the recipe for thunderstorms. Same thing could happen Wednesday. A little more scattered in nature, but we could have these storms pop up at any time because if we go and we look at the dew points here, they stay high. And tonight we have more of a killer west wind tomorrow, it looks like. Oh, that's not good. A killer west wind tomorrow. That could heat things up quite a bit. It may not be as much of a sea breeze tomorrow. It's showing more of a westerly flow like today. So it could be a killer west wind. And then for Wednesday, we got more of a southeast flow. So that should keep us cooler. Wednesday should definitely be cooler than it will tomorrow. I have a feeling, I'm afraid to look at these air temperatures tomorrow. But again, they under-forecasted today, and I have a feeling I'm going to see the same thing tomorrow. We're not going below the mid-70s tonight and tomorrow. I think we'll get well into the 80s to near 90. I think a lot of areas on Long Island get close to 90. That west wind, I don't see how it's not. It's going to be just as hot as today with the humidity and, again, the pop-up storms. And then tomorrow night really doesn't drop back that much again. And then for Wednesday also near 90 inland, but there will be more of a sea breeze, so I'm hoping that at least provides some relief probably to the South Shore. We're going to look at a few more models now as far as the storms go. We have the NAM, and I'm going to go and look at this as well. So let's go and look at this, and I'll put the wind barbs on here too so we get the wind. NAM, it's scattered, but you can see there is the chance of a small pop-up shower or thunderstorm tomorrow, just given the heat of the day. And again, you can see those wind barbs are kind of westerly, which worries me. Tomorrow could be a little more hotter than today if it turns out that way. Skies, well, we will have the sun out, I think, too. So let's go to this RGEM first. And you see there is a cumulus buildup here. We'll have to see what happens. The RGEM kind of overdid today's cloudiness, so I'm thinking maybe we're going to have a little less cloudiness than this model suggests. But there will be some clouds around, partly sunny. And then as you get into Wednesday, maybe a little more sun. But now let's go. And I don't think we're going to have to worry about any smoke, so I'm not even going to pull up the smoke model. Let's lastly look at a few more sky models. I'm going to go to the NAM sky model and see what this looks like for tomorrow. And it's showing more breaks. So there'll be clouds, and probably a lot of cumulus clouds in the sky, but be very similar, I think, to today. I think tomorrow's weather, except there will be less widespread thunderstorm action inland. But there could still be the chance, just because of the air mass we are in, unfortunately. So as far as the fireworks shows, I think the shower activity will die down by the time those happen by 9 or 9:30. Though it's still going to be pretty warm and steamy out there. Best place to probably be. You'll have to be right on the water to get any kind of relief. We'll go look at the FV3 model, which we have a little bit of, and you can see it's trying to bring some more sunshine. And this is the GFS model here that we're looking at. So high resolution GFS, and you can see again, it's not showing a whole lot of clouds. And I have a feeling GFS is going to be. I think these temps are underdone. So again, be prepared to get close to 90 tomorrow. I think maybe Wednesday would wind up being cooler, at least for a lot of places on Long Island, except for the North Shore and Western Nassau. But today was pretty warm out, and we're going to see the warm weather continue. As usual, as we get to July 4th, we always see that heat come in. So anyway, happy Independence Day. Enjoy it. They'll just pay attention to the radar with these storms that'll be around. One last thing I'll look at here is the thunderstorm threat for tomorrow. We'll just look at the Cape. Because the Cape was there today, but it was all upstate. And look at this. We have some Cape tomorrow, too. So these small cells that pop up could be nasty. There is a decent amount of Cape. We have instability. And given the warm, humid air that we have over us, there's always a chance that we might get into maybe we'll get into some action tomorrow, let's hope. Because this has really been kind of boring for us. Long Island needs a storm. We need the rain, too. Badly. They get plenty of rain up there. We need those 1-2 inch rainfalls on Long Island, especially in the Pine Barrens. It's been very dry here. So anyway, thank you for watching and have a good night.